Hey everybody, this is Cody Lawrence from Endiro Coffee, coming to you from Chicago, land area, Aurora, Illinois. Can't be with you in person for the tour of Karamoja, as I would love to participate because of the travel restrictions and all that. But Theo and others asked if I could maybe provide some kind of a little coffee tutorial video, like how to get your daily cup of coffee when you're really out in the middle of nowhere and you don't have the equipment that you're used to having. So I'm gonna do my best with that from what from just my experiences of being in the village and in upcountry in Uganda, to try to replicate what I would do. Besides traveling everywhere with my AeroPress, what would I do? So so I'm going to get into the tools that you should have. You should figure out how to procure these tools. I'm in my trashy backyard right now. So anyway, here we go. It's not really a tool, but you do need a fire. Americans, Mozungos, are really bad about setting like whole forests on fire. So I recommend you Ugandans, if you're together with some Mozungos, that you be the ones to make the fire. You have better technology for outdoor fire making than we American folks do. So but I got my fire starting to get going. I mean, you guys, probably anybody watching this video knows much better than me. I got some stones around to just kind of keep my fire in one area, and you know the thing you can do with flint and tinder, or more traditional style, or you can just grab a lighter from like a convenience store somewhere in Uganda. Like, they exist, so, and they're handy. So you need that. You need wood and stuff for your fire to keep it going. You're gonna need some coffee essentials. Obviously, you're going to want some Endiro coffee so that you can drink Uganda's best coffee, right? Now, if you have bought it ground and you don't have a grinder, you're gonna have an extra challenge here. So you either go with a hand grinder, or you can carry this 15-pound mortar and pestle and grind the coffee like that. That's almost village style. Or what's better, if you're up in Karamoja, you go to the village and find this is just what it reminded me of. Find the millstones that they use to mill maize, corn, and they usually have like some kind of rolling stone. So this is not very good because it's not a smooth stone. But the ladies in the village there could grind your coffee in like as espresso fine in like 2 minutes, and give them some shillings, and everybody's happy, right? Fortunately, I, who am not good at hand grinding things using stones, have brought my ground coffee with me, so I'm going to use that. You're also going to need water. So you're going to need some clean water. I've got some water in this kettle, which is also a thing you're going to need. You're going to need a kettle of some kind, right? This is a kettle that is designed for pour over coffee. You are not going to find this kettle in the village. Okay, it's just not going to happen. So I brought a kettle that is similar to something that I have seen in the village in Uganda. So it's just a metal kettle. It's just an old kettle, and you can find these in the village. So somebody in your group grab a metal kettle of some kind and get it ready to go. I mean, look, there's nothing new and fancy about this. I rinsed it out. Got a little rust and stuff, but you know, sometimes you do what you got to do. Beyond that, I mean, if you're traveling, if you have a chance to like go to Dubai or something like that and get on Amazon, you can buy this. This is called a Coffee Brew Buddy by Primula. Let me show you what it looks like. It looks like this. It's just a very simple little device with a nylon filter, because that's the other thing you are going to want, is you're going to want to filter your coffee. So you need a way to get water onto fire, heat the water up, boil the water, and then you need coffee ground up and then put into a filter so that you can filter the coffee grounds out. So the way this works, I'll show you how the Primula works. Actually, let me use this mug here. So I got my little Endiro mug there, and the Primula just does that. And then you put the coffee inside there, the ground coffee. You may not know, I mean, at this point you're not traveling around with a scale. Maybe you're traveling around with some measuring spoons, I don't know, but you're gonna have to eyeball it and kind of get to where you know what you like. Now, what if you don't have this? What can you do instead? There's you know, paper filters, but that's not going to work very well with just a coffee cup unless you have like a pour over device. But you're up in country, right? So you may not have any of that stuff. What you might have though is a nice quality face mask, because hey, these are the days of face masks. So what I've done is I've taken my face mask and I've washed it with soap and water and made it really nice and clean. Still probably going to be something that you want to do just to make your own coffee, and I'm actually gonna use my face mask for my filter. So I'm just gonna put, this is kind of weird, I haven't tried this before, so, but it makes sense to me, so I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna put my coffee inside my face mask and use that. So when we get to it, you'll see that there. Other things you might need is, of course, your stool to sit on, because you have to, in Karamoja, you have to drink coffee while sitting in this stool. Okay, so you need that, and you need your shuka, and then you're good to go. All right, so we're gonna give this fire a little bit of time. You gotta be patient in the mornings for your morning coffee here in, well, here up in Karamoja, or if you're making coffee outside, you need to be patient because you want your wood to get down to like the charcoal stage. So we'll check in here in a little bit. It's not really a tool. Okay, my fire's going good. Now this is me. Anybody, I'm sure, in Karamoja, in Bukalasi, any village in Uganda will know more than me by a long shot on how to do this part. But this is what I've done. I've kind of set up some layers of wood because I want the kettle to kind of be able to sit flat. I don't want it to like fall over or whatnot. So I'm kind of ready to go because the wood at the bottom is getting very charcoaly, and so I'm gonna put my fresh water into my kettle. You may have like a bottle of water that you would use. I mean, if it's just you drinking coffee, or a couple of you guys drinking coffee, you know, everybody contribute a bottle of water, and you'll have more than enough. So I have maybe a bottle, 2 bottles of water worth in there, and I'm gonna try to get that to sit right there. And what am I aiming for? I want the water to boil. So, and that is all. So while the water boils, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna read a book. I'm gonna, I don't know, listen to the birds, think my thoughts. You know, things that you don't get to do because of the hustle and bustle. So don't be so impatient. Just chill. Life is not instant coffee. Well, my water is boiling, so I am going to try to carefully remove this from the fire. Better if you put it on a stone than on the grass, but my grass is pretty wet. And yeah, that's the thing about these little ceramic coated metal kettles, is that they look pretty once, and then they're kind of done. So but that's okay. So my water has boiled, and I've removed it, and now I'm ready to go for the coffee brew. Let me see how, pretty hot handle, so I'm gonna use a cloth to hold it, and then secured my my face mask over my mug as best I can. This might be a good time for the buddy system, and I'm gonna pour a little bit at a time. I'm scared. And basically do a little pour over, if you've ever done that before. When it's really fresh coffee, it's gonna bubble up like that. See that bubble? That's just carbon dioxide that's trapped in the beans, that's trying to get out, and that's good. We call this the bloom. It's kind of when all the coffee grounds get sort of pre-infused. Look at all that gas that's in there. So this is really fresh coffee. I just roasted this the other day. Now all my quantities are just eyeballed, so there's unless you're going around with a scale and some measuring devices, there's no way around that. You're just gonna have to figure it out and get to where you kind of know what you like. But it'll be coffee, and it'll be strained, that's nice. I'll just say, you know, proceed with caution, because this is not a this mask is not sitting very deeply in the mug, so the overflow is really easy. You definitely can't do like a steady stream of water. If you're really all natural kind of person, This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get myself a little natural stir to kind of agitate the coffee a little bit, create a more even extraction. Unless I know exactly how much water I put in the kettle to begin with, which I don't really, it's going to be difficult to kind of guess when to stop. But that's why we do this, man. It's for the adventure. It's for the survival. And what? I know you definitely don't want no Nescafe. I want real coffee. I think I'm getting there. Yeah. Feels like it's maybe about half full, I guess. So let me just take a look. I'm gonna try to use these straps to keep my coffee together, just in case I need to add more. It's about half full. It could use just a touch more coffee. You see how easy it is to go back in there. Not too bad. And let's just do one more little. Let me agitate again. I think that'll do it. Yeah, that's good. This is a big 16-ounce mug, so this would be about a 8 or 10-ounce cup of coffee. So now is the time to taste it. All right. Let's see. Sounds good. Smells like real coffee. I think this is going to be pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I would, if I make this again, I'd add less water. I wouldn't have done that last little pour of water because I would have wanted the coffee to be a little bit stronger. But some of you guys will like it just like this. So that's the fun part, I think, is just kind of getting to where you figured it out, where you can just use a washed face mask and random amount of water and just kind of eyeball with a spoon and a kettle, and get to where you know your coffee, you know your perfect cup. I think that's a cool skill to develop. Yeah, I mean, this is excellent. So I'm good to go. I'm good to go. And the nice thing is our fire is also still good to go. Look at all those charcoals. So now you can cook over it. Maybe you're gonna cook some breakfast or something like that. I'm not gonna do a tutorial on how to cook breakfast over an open fire, but if you got to catch a fish or something, or you get some eggs, or you buy a chicken, maybe from one of the locals. There's how can you cook on that without getting all the ashes on it? That's the thing to try to figure out. I got a couple different methods that I like. It's kind of easy to find a clay pot. You know, you can buy a clay pot, and that can be your cooking pot. Once that's kind of tempered in a little bit, it becomes like a really great cooking device. You can use it just to put a fish just like directly on there. I mean, small one, but still. Or you can even thread the fish onto like a stick and drop it down in there and get it smoky and nice. But that's would not be my favorite. This would not be my first choice. My first choice would be to find some kind of metal where I can create like a burner type surface. And so just here, what I was able to find that I think is not impossible to find in Uganda is just a metal bucket. So this one is Dos Equis, so the advertisement is optional, but put that metal bucket right over those coals, and it's gonna, well, you see I've poked holes in the bucket with my knife. I'm sure you're not going anywhere without a big knife, but and then I can stick whatever. I mean, I can put a pan. I mean, if you had a pan, you stick it right on the coals, but I could stick some piece of chicken on there, or whatever. I mean, with a little bit of oil and some chicken, it'd be nice. It'd be a smoky, nicely. You get some salt, whatnot. Man, I could cook a mean dinner on this Dos Equis bucket. So, well, I guess breakfast, right? So I'm drinking my coffee, and imagine it'd be pretty hard to cook egg. Maybe you keep the egg in the. You could actually put the kettle back on and boil some eggs, which would be good. Boiled eggs, and I don't know, maybe you find some pork or some strips of beef or something and just grill it right there. Wouldn't be a bad breakfast at all, actually. I could get into that. So there you go, guys. Let me flip the camera back around and say goodbye. And then so that's it. That's my best. Sorry if it's not very impressive, but that was something I would actually do. That I would actually go to that trouble and have gone to such extremes before just to get my cup of coffee. And the kind of, I guess we should sometimes look at the coffee cup as half full, because with COVID and everything, we're like, oh man, everything sucks, but we're walking around with little coffee filters on our faces. All we got to do is find some water, wash it out really good, and I mean, you don't have to wash that good. It's your own face, right? You're drinking your own stuff. I mean, it's already there, dudes. So what are you scared of? As long as you're not using somebody else's mask. I could see 3 or 4 folks together taking their, getting up in the morning and everybody getting their mask and washing it out and lining their coffee cups with it and getting the fire going and having a good time. Boil some eggs, man. Put some plantains or some matoke on this grill. I mean, this is a sweet grill. This grill is seriously hot right now. I mean, it would, if I put bacon on there, it would fry up. It would fry up. But that'd be pretty fun. Actually, might cook something right now. I'm kind of inspired. But anyway, all you guys out there on the tour, really appreciate you making the tour happen this year. 2020 has been a doozy, but cheers to all of you guys. You have all our love and support from Endiro Coffee, and we look forward to the next time we can all be together, and we can all be cycling together and making the tour of Karamoja the biggest and the best and the coolest cycling event for the sake of making the world a better place in all of Africa, and then in the world. Why not? I mean, if you're gonna dream, might as well dream big, right? So, all right. Cheers, guys. This has been Cody Lawrence, Endiro Coffee, also known as Omulangira and Ngobi. God bless and peace.